Hi, welcome to the first of what I hope is going to be my new weekly pickup video. I travel around to thrift stores, flea markets, yard sales. Sometimes I get things off Craigslist. Mainly though, this is just me, showing what I got throughout the last week. Now, I will say, this is actually going to be the second video I'll be putting up, but it's the first one I'm filming. I have a recap that I want to do over the next couple days, but I'm not ready for it just yet. For today, though, let's start off with what I picked up this week. And we're going to start with a couple of Xbox games I found. The first one I want to show off here is a copy of Halo 2. I picked up at a pawn store. It was $3, and if you see, not complete. Missing the booklet. Not the end of the world. Would have been nice, but the disc is in really good shape. And yeah, I really do. I was happy to pick it up for $3. Couldn't complain. Also, at a Goodwill a couple days later, I picked up a copy of the Sega GT 2002 Jet Set Radio Future. As I open this one up here, you're going to see that it actually comes with both manuals for both Sega GT and Jet Set Radio Future. The disc is in really good shape. They actually had two copies of this, but I picked up the one that I thought was in better shape. The whole thing ended up costing me $5, which, as a huge fan of Jet Set Radio, that was an easy decision to make. Moving on, the last of the Xbox games I picked up this week is a copy of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. This game's getting a little bit rare, and when I actually went to the Pendergrass Flea Market in Pendergrass, Georgia yesterday. If you get a chance, you can get some really good deals there. I'm not going to give away my secrets, but it's not too much of a secret since I'm moving out of Georgia in about a month. I won't be back there, so you're free to it if you're in the area. Now, as for the game, it came with the manual. It even had the registration card still in here. And as far as the disc, it's pretty much mint, no real scratches. It's in great shape. Really looking forward to playing this one, actually. I had a great time with this one. I played it a few years back. Moving on, I guess I'll hit up a couple Dreamcast games I have here. I have Championship Surfer here. Yeah, Championship Surfer for the Dreamcast. It's complete. The booklet's in good shape. The disc is in good shape. I'm not a big surfing fan or anything, but it was $1, and I'll pick up most any game for $1, to be honest, if it's in halfway decent shape. Also for the Dreamcast, I got a copy of Sega GT. For some reason, it's in a Sonic Adventure case. It's not the whole case, just the back of the case. I don't know. I may just throw this away. I already have a case for my Sonic Adventure, but maybe we'll see. But I was happy to pick up Sega GT, also $1, and even happier actually that when I realized that underneath the Sega GT disc, there's also a disc for Dead or Alive 2.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool. That's my brother over here. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to me.
He says happy birthday to himself. I'm excited for him.
Woo!
That was it for Dreamcast this week. Did pick up a game for the GameCube, and as you can see, it's in this wonderful generic case. If I open this up, though, copy of SSX Tricky, which I'm a huge fan of SSX Tricky. I had so much fun with this back in the day. It was cheap. It was part of a 3 for $10 that this reseller was doing, and 3 for $10, I can't complain. So I picked that up without even thinking about it. That is purely to play. The disc isn't in bad shape. It's not perfect, but it's to play. It's not, it wasn't really about the collection aspect. At the same pawn shop that I got that copy of Halo 2 for $3, also got this. It's a copy of Wii Sports, disc only. You can see the back. The disc is in pretty fantastic shape, actually. It was just sitting there. It was marked $4 actually, but the guy rang it up at the same price of Halo. He rang it up at $3, and I wasn't gonna correct him. I like saving as much money as possible. That's a game that I actually had once before when I had my first Wii. I sold that Wii, later bought another one, so I didn't have the game anymore, and I wasn't gonna go pay $20 for it. But $3, what the heck? It's fun. The other Wii game I got this week was actually Sin and Punishment Star Successor. Big fan of anything Treasure, actually. This game's got kind of a special place in my heart because it was a big part of me picking up my 3DS for dirt cheap. I'll maybe go into that another time. But it was Best Buy's deal of the day. It was $5 shipped, and really, cannot complain about $5 shipped. That's a pretty phenomenal price for a brand new sealed Wii game. Even the Club Nintendo points are going to be worth that. Okay, moving on, I got a couple Genesis games, both at the Pendergrass Flea Market. First one here was $2.50, and it is Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures. Now, if you can probably see there is some label damage. It's a little bit, messed up here. There's a little spot missing over here, but overall in pretty good shape. I don't doubt that it'll play, and I've never played Pac-Man 2 actually. I'm a huge Pac-Man fan, so thought that, for $2.50, what the heck. I got this and one more actually for $5. The guy wanted 5 apiece. He took 5 for both though. As part of a 3 for $10 a little bit later, I picked up this actually. Shadow Dancer, The Legend of Shinobi. Now, you can see there's quite a bit of wear to the label. It's in no means perfect shape, but the guy had 2 games I actually really wanted that were part of the 3 for $10. I couldn't find anything else that was decent. I love this game. Not in very good shape. I'd like to have a better shaped copy of it, but I needed a 3rd game, and there was nothing better. So, let's see here. I picked up some NES games this week too. I can grab them over here. I'm gonna drop these, it seems. First up, I actually got this one off Amazon. It is a copy of Commando. The first game I picked up after I recently got my NES. The main reason being, I loved this game as a kid. I have great memories of it. It's fun in 2-player. Me and my brother used to play this all the time. And it was less than $5 shipped, including tax and everything. So when I saw that cheap, I had to pick it up. So, Commando. Woo. The rest of these all came from the flea market. I'll start with the one that was the second part of that 2 for $5 deal I got. And that is a copy of Rygar, which plays great. I was playing this earlier. This game is still a blast. It is not easy, but it's a lot of fun. There is some some label damage up there, as you can see. It's not perfect, but the front of it's really good. The game plays great, and for $2.50, I took it. Other 3 of these were all part of a 3 for, actually not the same 3 for $10, but they were all part of 3 for $10s. I got a copy of Dragon Warrior. Still got the sticker on it for the reseller that sells it. That'll come off easy. He was smart enough. At least it's only barely on the label. It shouldn't be any problem getting that off. The cart's actually in great shape. He actually had a few different ones of these. He had like 4 copies. I picked the one that looked the best. I tried it out earlier. It works great. Other 2, I've got 2 more here. Got a copy of Ice Hockey here actually, which keeps restarting when I put it in. But I'm hopeful that it just needs to be cleaned. I'm going to clean this later. Also 3 for $10. At least it boots up and works well. And this is probably my favorite hockey game of all time. Another one that me and my brother used to play like crazy. Just got an NES. I could not pick this up. When I saw it there, he wanted $5 a piece also. I said, will you take 3 for $10? He said yes. So I grabbed this. The last game I got from that same one actually was this one here. It's a copy of Marble Madness. Also a game I used to have a lot of fun with. I'm not sure. So far I haven't been able to get this one to play. Again, I'm hopeful it just needs to be cleaned. It probably does. Just need a cleaning. These cartridges tend to hold up great. And, the insides look to be in perfectly good shape. So I think this will work. The back of it, someone wrote Jokey on the back in big yellow marker. Kind of sucks. But I didn't even notice that until I got it home, to be honest. Still, you know what? Marble Madness is fun. If I can get it working, certainly worth $3 and some change. My final finds of the week, actually, they include my best find. I'll start with the one that's not my best find. Still a really good one. A couple of Sega Saturn games they had. The first one here is a copy of X-Men Children of the Atom. It is the disc only, but this is going even disc only for like $18 to $20 on eBay. And big X-Men fan. Oh, and there I go, dropping the disc. Disc is in really good shape. I'm trying to build up a Saturn collection. I just got the Saturn, and as a big X-Men fan, I couldn't pass this up. 3 for $10. I knew it had to. The guy actually mentioned that he gets a lot of Nintendo stuff. Does not get very much Sega's beyond the Genesis. So I was hopeful that he would take this as part of the 3 for $10. He said he didn't even think about it. He said, yeah, it's part of the 3 for $10. So grabbed that real quick. The last one here, and this was from the same guy who was selling those games for $1 actually. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. really couldn't believe it when I realized I didn't have the right change and he didn't have the change to make me change. I thought I was going to lose this for a minute, but ran around, found some change from someone else, bought a piece of rope for $1 just because I needed change. And it's a copy of Panzer Dragoon II Zwei for the Saturn. It is complete in the box. The manual's here. It's in great shape. The case is not cracked or anything. The disc is great. I mean, fantastic disc. I haven't gotten to test it yet. I'm still waiting on my AV cord for my Saturn. Actually, it should be here today or tomorrow or something like that. But it looks great. I see no reason it shouldn't play. And this was $1. Yeah, anyone who knows what this is worth knows I got a freaking steal. Same guy actually had some other good deals. Like I said, he had those $1 Dreamcast games that I picked up. Also had actually a Commodore 64 complete in the box. He wanted $50 for. Commodore 64 without the box, just the system. He only wanted $10 for. I really should have picked that up. I'm regretting that still. I'm going to keep regretting that. So that's, my biggest regret of the week. But for the most part, I had a really good week. Knights of the Old Republic, X-Men Children of the Atom, and Panzer Dragoon 2 for the prices I got them are freaking steals. In total this week, I spent a grand total. Let me add up. 3, 6, 4, 29. $54 this week, so that's less than the price of one brand new retail game. And I got a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 19 games, something like that. So for that price, so I mean, I paid a little over $3 on average for my games this week. That'll work for me. Those are my pickups. Hopefully, not hopefully, I will be back next week with another video. With what I get this week. Hopefully I'll get some more good stuff. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Alright, thanks.